What's going on again, YouTube? As you can see, I have my brand new camera. I hope you can see the difference between that and the phone. And my camera and my microphone. So this little thing I want to talk to you real quick. But first, if you want to subscribe and help me out, just hit the subscribe and then hit the bell so you know when I come back on and have new content. Second of all, Art and Amber cast ascendancy. So it's cast ascendancy, and that'll do for your YouTube, and it'll also work for your it'll work for the podcast, cast ascendancy. Okay. What I want to talk about today is coming from nothing and becoming something. Okay. I want to talk about opportunity costs as well. Let's start with what people say. People say because of the way they live, the way they grew up, the way that the area that they lived in, that affects who they are today. The past will affect them. Okay, so I believe that is total, utter BS. You got all these. Let's speak on black people, for instance. We got Oprah Winfrey, we got Dr. Dre, we got Diddy, we got Jay-Z, Beyonce, we got the creators of BET, we got the guy who did the FUBU. He was working for the first 6 years while FUBU was making money. He was working at Red Lobster or something. So this is stuff I'm talking about. Let's talk about Steve Jobs. Let's talk about Steve, or what's his name, Bezu, who owns Amazon. Let's talk about all these people who were struggling. What's the other guy? Microsoft, Bill Gates, whatever. He was, a lot of these people, they weren't doing anything. They were not well off whatsoever, but they were able to still, like, some of the most powerful people in the world right now. And Epstein didn't kill himself. So what I want to go on to talk about is how me coming from, I came from St. Louis. My family, my mom and my dad, they got divorced when I was like 5. So my mom raised me and my sister. My sister went to college and became a lawyer. And I'm not saying we weren't rich by any means. There's times I was on food stamps when they were actually stamps, and I had to take them, and I was embarrassed about it. But my sister, like I said, she ended up becoming a lawyer. I went a different route. I did all the bad things. I went to jail for a little bit. I went to, I kept on getting in trouble, getting suspended from school. I skipped school all the time, and finally, after my second senior year, I ended up quitting because I just didn't want to do it anymore. It's just, I felt that there was nothing else I can accomplish, and about that time, it was just me and my mom, and I think she was having troubles paying the bills or something like that. So I was thinking about going to work. So I actually started working at 15. So my first, I guess, real job, legal job at 16 was McDonald's. So I started working at McDonald's and making money. So I was like, look, I don't have to go. I don't have to be in school. I can make money, get my GED, and then I can go to college without having to deal with the rest of this. And that worked for me, but everybody else, I would definitely suggest you stay in school, especially because there's not a lot of programs for kids that you can get your associate's degree while you're in high school for free. So that's a no-brainer to me. Plus, I know they want to stay with mom and dad a couple more months because being an adult sucks. I think also that, like I said, because of me going into the military, gave me a different kind of structure. So anyway, going back, hey, all this time I was getting in a lot of trouble. Met my wife, and then because me and my son, my oldest at the time, I had to work 3 jobs and go to school full time. Really did happen for pharmacy school. So after that was kicking my butt for a couple of months or so, I got no sleep. I got no time to myself. It was school, work, family, and probably work again, and then sleep. So I was barely getting any sleep. So I decided to go into the military to do pharmacy. But unfortunately, because of my background checks didn't come through, I didn't get a security clearance. So I had to start from the bottom. I also wanted to become an officer, which makes more money. So anyway, I had to start from the bottom, and I worked my all the way up. I actually came in as a the second rank. It's called PV2. So I actually started there and made rank pretty quick, and ended up on a couple combat deployments. Ended up getting hurt, and lost some good people during the deployments. And as I thinking about my people, I lose my train of thought. So anyway, I got hurt. I had to get surgery. I had bad knees. I got a blood clot in my lung because of my knee surgery. So I almost died. I couldn't breathe. I was sitting there, every time I breathed, it hurt. Like, that was the worst pain I've ever had in my life. So, because of that, I almost died. I had to get out the military. I couldn't be in the military anymore because the current rule was, hey, you can't deploy. You gotta get out. And I'm not better about it. Then I had to get out. I had to get out, and I was unhealthy, so I didn't want the soldiers. The soldiers deserve the best, and I thought that since I wasn't at my best, I was at my best mentally, but not physically, and I think that it was time for me to go. So, and I hope that the soldiers that I had, I hope they turn out very well, because leadership is important, especially in a job where you can die. Anyway, so I got out, got 100% disability because of my injuries in the military, and started going to school because I didn't listen to my NCOs and, go to school while I was in. So did that for a couple of months and became a notary to make some ends meet. And then I was like, I got a wild hair up my ass and was like, hey, let's go ahead and let's go ahead and go to a federal job so I can add on to my retirement. So now I'm at where I'm at. So going to school still and got a job and everything. So I think that I'm pretty well off. I got a 3.5 acre house. It's my second house that I've had. I don't have two at the same time. Got a Cadillac Escalade now I'm rolling in. So I mean, we talk about possessions, I guess that I'm doing okay. But I got a wife, 2 kids, 2 dogs. So I think I'm doing all right. So I think that you can come from nothing and become something. I think that opportunity costs, I don't know if you ever heard this in business, that opportunity costs are when you could be, instead of doing something that you can be successful at and make money, you're doing something else. So instead of studying in my my homework, I'm playing video games. That kind of stuff get me better grades if I was doing my homework versus playing or something. And anyway, it goes the same with money too, opportunity cost. So you got to really take an evaluation of what you're doing, and you got to weigh the pros and cons versus whatever else that you can do works, like making money or whatever makes you happy. So anyway, still doing, just want to give you, I'm still doing the workout with Art and Amber. So they got me dieting and everything like that. From July 1st till now, I'm like at 8 pounds lost. I didn't weigh myself today, so I might be 10 pounds, but I've been gradually losing weight and stuff. So check out their podcast. It's Cast Us in the Sea at on Spotify, and then that's a podcast, and then you also got the YouTube channel. So check them both out. They got their own stuff. Patreon's about to pop off. Amber's got her own page by herself. Art's got another page. So check them out. Talk to you later.